I'ma charge it to the game. 438 is not a game. It's just a music thing. Last player got out his lane. Put right back in his lane. I'ma sit that pat when I get to Cali. Hope it gets sent back over. Rain in your range.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Baltimore Ravens. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And his first look is incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense as we play here in Week 9 of the 2021 season. Normally, you're slipping kind of past the halfway point, but now with the season expanding to 17 games, you kind of think the teams might look up and say, gosh, we still have a lot of football left to go.
No doubt about it. And remember, they've had their open week already, so this could be a straight shot all the way from here on out. To me, the best coaches, they tell their teams, hey, I'll take care of you during the week. You just leave it all out there on game day, and I'll make sure you're ready for the next one.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. First carry now for David Montgomery. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football.
But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.Y. Hilton, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Vikings on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Here's Allen. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And again, it's Allen. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside. I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there as that one was knocked away.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. To throw, it's Allen. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Flush to his right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Fields on third down. And the catch made by Hilton. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. On first down, Fields. And this one is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10, Fields again, sliding out of the pocket. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run. To the air again, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second and 10, Fields. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Well, sacking on what ought to be the final play on this first quarter. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. On fourth down, Fields. He's going deep for Brown. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown, Vikings. Hollywood Marquise Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for two. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
On first down, Allen. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those
And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Marquise Brown with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. This time, the extra point up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw there caught by Gallup.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. From the gun, it's Allen.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero, but we did see there the emphasis on is not.
And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Harris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Allen. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he's taken down inside the 30. Over 70 yards receiving now for him in this first half alone, as he's got a first down on that last catch. A give. This is Montgomery. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Allen. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Allen now looks to throw. And he's got it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And it's caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. So Montgomery denied on 4th and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Daron Payne able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
To try again after the sack. Fields flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 12.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, Allen going for the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And he will be brought down. His time is now run out on this first half of action. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coach. Time report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen.
He'll swing that out to Edmonds.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Now Allen. Had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Allen going to throw. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Here's Allen to throw it. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. David Montgomery with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback.
And got his man complete.
Don't worry about it.
Touchdown, Vikings. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 75 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Touchdown, Vikings. T.Y. Hilton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
Allen now on first down. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Allen's throw is complete, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. From midfield, here's Allen.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Ball had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat. And if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Ravens go for it but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Play action. It's Fields.
He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Marquise Brown, 46 yards.
And the Vikings get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it for 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. All 52. Check Mike 11. Check Mike 11. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
To the air, Allen. And my goodness, another interception. picked off by Avonte Maddox. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On first down, it's Fields.
Flushed out right. Looking for Campbell downfield.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd and 10, Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Off play action, Fields.
Flush to his right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
They snap it to Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Hollywood, Marquise Brown there to make the grab.
And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Allen. And it's incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the 1st quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
The Ravens on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now Allen, gotta have this one. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. And now here's another interception.
picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess they can't.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. After the sack on first down, Fields. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Paris Campbell, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings could be on their way to 7-1 as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. Here's Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 48. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Allen's throw taken in here by Patrick.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw into the hands of Patrick left side. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Throwing again on second down. Allen. That's out to the flat for Edmonds. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The ball down at the 1 as they come up after the penalty on another second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Allen will try to throw for it, and he will get into the end zone as the deficit moves from really bad to slightly less than really bad. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every